Welcome back, everybody. I'd like to introduce today our special guest, Miss Abigail Moore. She's known nationwide for her nutritional presentations, and she's here today to talk with us about what we put on our plate and how it may be affecting the health of our planet.
Thank you, Frank. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you today. As many of you are aware, we are currently facing numerous sustainability issues around the globe, one of those being a lack of clean water. What you may not have known is that the production and consumption of beef products is a huge contributor to this issue. Today, I'm going to explain how beef consumption is harming the environment, as well as your health. Then, to finish off, I will be providing you with some tips and ideas that you can use to decrease your own personal beef consumption.
Alright, how exactly is beef contributing to the depletion of our clean water, Abby?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Animal agriculture is responsible for using anywhere from 34 to 76 trillion gallons of water each year. A large part of this consumption is associated with growing the feed crops that livestock consume, which we can attribute 56% of U.S. water consumption to. While we were all told growing up to take shorter showers in order to save water, what we weren't told was that choosing to forego the cheeseburger every once in a while can impact your environmental footprint greatly. It takes an average of 2,500 gallons of water to produce just 1 pound of beef, while producing a pound of wheat only requires approximately 138 gallons of water. Even compared to its meat competitors, beef holds a water footprint that is magnitudes higher, as even chicken only takes approximately 468 gallons to produce 1 pound.
Wow, that definitely is shocking, Abby. But isn't eating beef crucial to having a well-balanced diet?
Actually, Frank, there's more and more evidence surfacing each day to suggest exactly the opposite. Beef and processed meat products containing beef are often high in saturated fat and cholesterol. Consumption of red and processed meats is strongly linked to the development of heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and a variety of different cancers.
Alright, Abby, you have me convinced. I see how eating a cheeseburger can not only affect my health, but also the environment's. But what can I do about it? I don't see myself simply avoiding beef forever.
Well, Frank, if you don't want to completely cut out beef, there are tons of ways you can work on reducing your environmental impact. One way is by implementing plant-based meats into your diet. There are plenty on the market and each one is unique, so definitely sample around. Some of my favorite companies are Gardein and Beyond Meat. You can buy burgers, hot dogs, or even ground beef products to ensure that you have a substitute for every occasion. I love making everything from tacos to lasagnas to delicious burgers and beyond with all of these exciting products.
So what happens if, after I try all these products, I can't find anything that beats out just the taste of real beef?
If you truly don't fancy trying meat substitutes, you can cut down your beef consumption in other ways. A good tip is to always make sure you are not consuming more than the recommended portion size of beef when you do choose to consume it, as many Americans often have distorted portions of meat at their meals. With the average American consuming 206 pounds of beef every year, you can bet the amount of beef consumed by the country can add up at an alarmingly fast rate. You can also try to incorporate recipes and meals that feature vegetables or grains as the main focus, rather than meat. Recipes like these are just a Google search away, and many of them are bursting with flavor that you wouldn't believe, and you can bet that they are packed full of good nutrients that we love to get lots of. You can even challenge yourself to go meatless for part of your week and adopt a practice such as a Meatless Monday, where you consume plant-based options rather than meat for the entire day.
Wow, those are such great ideas, Abby. I'll definitely look into adopting some of those practices myself. Before I do, though, I do have a couple of questions. Is it safe to decrease my beef consumption? I don't want to be protein deficient or be lacking any other nutrients in my diet.
Not to worry, Frank. You can actually consume a diet completely absent of meat, and you will still be able to get all the nutrients essential to a healthy diet. As far as protein is concerned, I wouldn't fret. The average American eats upwards of 1.5 times the recommended protein requirements, so we can all stand to decrease our intake some. If you want, you can also get protein-rich plant foods as well, such as tofu and beans. What a great time, too, as this year is the year of the pulses.
Thanks, Abby. That does clear up some of my concerns. Another quick question I think some of our viewers may be asking. I thought water was a renewable resource.
You're correct, Frank. We are currently showering in the same water that rained down on the dinosaurs, and we never actually destroy water. The problem is we are polluting and contaminating much of the fresh water supply that we have on the planet at an alarming rate. That is far exceeding the rate at which we are cleaning the water supply to be adequate for human use. Simply put, our current freshwater use in this country is grossly unsustainable.
Wow, what a great explanation of that concept, Abby. It's been such a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you. I hope that I have been able to provide you with the knowledge and tools necessary to make the right dietary choices to benefit both yourself and the planet. Next time you're at the drive-thru, scoping out the menu, or at the grocery store, debating what to make for dinner, I hope you will remember the implications that beef can have on the water supply as well as your body, and you might just find yourself choosing the Beyond Meat Beast Burger instead.